organizer and also to the leader of that specific project. The legal team, this assures the compliance with the internal regulations, the law, the statutes, all legal documents we have in ESTIEM. And we also proactively advise on legal matters. The budget task group, it is led by Stefan from Skopje. It's now active for 2.5 months. And it's mainly advising on responsible money spending and reducing loss. And we currently have requested 14 events. And we advised on 7. Well, we advised on all of them, but on 7 we had like really concrete, a lot of things that could be changed. The next task we're going to do in this task group is participation fee and checking event budgets of more events. The legal team, which is led by from Eindhoven, we've worked on a revision of the IR. You will actually tomorrow we will talk more about the changes of in the internal regulations. So make sure you already read them before you attend the GA tomorrow. We made thus IR proposals, internal regulation proposals, to change them. We have determined the structure of the legal team. We've worked on letters of commitment. We verify the compliance with the IR and statutes. As we notice, like some things on ESTIEM or other projects or so do not comply on. These are the FLC members who have been active in the past half year, like now a few months actually. I'm just leader for a few months. I really want to thank them for helping me and helping the FLC and actually helping ESTIEM developing this. You can join our working groups. We have one training, how to budget neatly in slot 1. And in slot 4 we have two working groups. It's how to get your local group to be a legal entity and how to make your event cheaper. Make sure you attend if you're interested in finances or in legal stuff. FLC member, well, you see them wearing a suit, but it can also suit you. So we have a lot of open positions. You can always approach me during the council meeting or by email and take part in like making events cheaper and also make sure that ESTIEM does its legal stuff right. Well, this was my presentation. Thank you for your attention and
Thank you, Tom. Just to clarify, the questions will be all afterwards to all of the committee leaders. So next up, Joris and the Grants Committee.
Hello. Yeah, thank you. Who am I? I'm Joris. I'm from local group Enschede, current Grants Committee leader. GC, what's that? The Grants Committee. The Grants Committee supports all layers of ESTIEM with applying for public funding and aims to establish and develop knowledge on public funding opportunities and their application procedures. That sounds boring. It is not, because it is about money, and spending money is really fun. So it is worth spending some time on getting it as well. And grants is not only a really interesting way to get it and one that could give you a lot of money, but it is also something you learn a lot from. And trying to sell your event to a potential grantor also makes it better, because it helps you thinking about what you want to do better. What does the GC do? Acquiring, storing and sharing knowledge. Well, you need some knowledge about grants. Before you can apply, you need to grantors. That's where we help with. We help with the actual applying for grants by local groups and by central ESTIEM. And we advise you, if you get a grant, how you can spend it and not get in troubles later. And we do research for new grant opportunities. We have a lot of knowledge that we share at the moment, and we are now also looking into new possibilities. If you are nice to me and keep listening, you will get one of these awesome stickers during the working groups and trainings. The last 6 months, we worked on a lot of applications together with local groups and projects. For the 1st of October, we sent in 7 grants applications. We are currently awaiting the results of them. Furthermore, as I said, we do research. We have been working on finding alternative grantors. Stefan has helped me a lot with this together with the team to make a sustainable knowledge base for the future with the new research. And a really important thing we did is the Finance Forum. The Finance Forum is something that has been discussed for years and has finally happened now. In September we had this event in great cooperation between the FLC, the GC and LG Eindhoven. But during the Finance Forum, 23 participants learned about finances and grants, and we got a lot of feedback. A lot of people were enthusiastic. We got great improvement points on for the next year. That's a really good success of us. Well, of course, you need to learn stuff as well. I have a quick question for the board. Nunu, what sound does a dog make in your language? Maria, what does it make in your language?
Qua qua. Dog.
Yeah.
Av av.
Sorana.
How how.
And in my language it is woof woof. So you see that you can say the same thing in a lot of different ways. To be able to apply for a grant, you need to learn the way you need for grant applications, because you have to sell your story to people who think in a totally different way than we do. Because of this, we have our grants training by the lovely ladies from Sofia about how to get public your event. It is Thursday in slot 1. Furthermore, we have a working group by Edith about the future of grants in ESTIEM. As I said earlier, in the grant report, we don't have grants for Central ESTIEM at the moment. We do have a lot of application events. We need more ideas on Central ESTIEM as well, and how to get more out of grants in general. So if you're interested in about this, join this working group in slot 2. I want to thank everybody who helped the past half year with doing all of this and making all of this better. So if there are any questions, please ask after the committee presentations.
Thank you, Joris. Again, to all leaders, keep an eye on the clock. I don't want to be rude and come between your presentation. We have time limits. So next up, we have the ITC and ALP.
Hey, hello. Well, let's do this my way. This is a bit different, so I want to make it a bit interactive. Not that one. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, first of all, I should see like how many of you are like how many been in ESTIEM for more than 2 years. Okay, almost like 1/3, maybe more than 1/3. Okay. The second thing I want to ask, how many of you know that in like back in 1990s, they used to use that letters to like in events, inform people about the events, and like get the applications and feedbacks from the events. They used letters, like they used handwritten forms. Back in 1990s, still like when when there was the portal, too few people. Okay, imagine this. There is this student like association in Europe, and they use letters. And then someone came up with the idea that okay, maybe we should make things easier. So let's make some kind of system, and they wrote the portal. And what I'm trying to say here is that okay, letters can be useless at the time, but we are making things easier currently. We made the portal, and at some point that was the mail system. We found servers, and so on. So let's begin. What we do is making your ESTIEM life easier. What our aim, what our reason why we exist is making your ESTIEM experience easier and like flawless, let's say. Which means like you can apply for events without any hassle. What's happening with this? Can you change this?
If you put it too close.
Testing? Okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. So, I still have enough time. Basically, okay, let's move on quickly. We are trying to make things easy for you. If you apply for events, just without any hassles, without any red error messages, you apply for the events. If you create an event, if you want to look for something on portal, you just look for it. If you want to send a mail to someone, just send it. Like without any problems, without any hassles, you will get notified of the events. Like whatever you do, whatever that annoys you currently, can be made easier. And in that case, what we are doing is actually having the portal up and running, and mostly bugless and problemless, let's say. And we keep the servers to optimize the speed, you know, so that you will see the portal faster and easier, quicker. And we support you in your problems with ITs and computers. So like if you have any problems, mails here. By the way, like if you have any problems, everyone here, feel free to ask during the question session. But if you have personal problems with like computers and IT stuff, personal questions, approach me after this session. So what we are doing now, what we have done, like we did mainly debugging on the server. This one, right? Yeah, like debugging the features to the portal. And we bought new servers to Karlsruhe, I mean, hopefully for Karlsruhe. So that will be used and optimized, and we'll be using it for backups and file sharing. Let's say file sharing and file deposit. And what we are currently doing is to change the design of the portal that will fit to mobile devices, and maybe even some applications that you can use on your mobile phones, Android or Windows Phone, or so that you can easily get notified from the applications, events, and you know it will be like easy as opening your phone, getting the event notification, applying from your phone, and done. You can get the early board, you can get notified from everything, make your life easier. And to do this, we have what you need. Basically, you need some IT skills. And in that case, we have this IT school, which will improve your skills in C#, Java, no, C#, HTML, CSS, and hopefully ESTIEM portal. And if you can catch this one, couldn't catch this one, we have working groups on this council meeting. First one is for, especially for organizers, event organizers, and maybe leaders. MS Excel, how to make things happen, how to make things work in MS Excel. Second one is main and to be leaders, leader candidates, and maybe involved in HTML, CSS, because you'll be using this HTML with the portal work. And third one is the ESTIEM portal for newbies or new members of ESTIEM, or like who wants to get involved. Portal has to offer you. Thank you. Questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Alp. Next up, we have the KMC and Teemu.
Test.
All right, can you hear me? Perfect. All right. I don't know anything about IT. Can you change the presentation? All right. So hi, everyone. My name is Teemu. I'm from local Lappeenranta. I'm the Knowledge Management Committee leader for this year. Knowledge Management Committee, we use the short word KMC because it's much easier to say. So try to. First of all, what we do, we're split into 3 different groups. We have BPDs, where we document information from the current generations of steamers. We share that with others. People can learn from that. And then we also give tips and ideas to people that are in need of them. We have feedback from events. For this event, you will also receive a feedback form to fill in. After we get the results, we analyze the data and create reports, and then we can help the future organizers, for example, for council meetings, to make their events better. Very big part of the overall quality of our events in ESTIEM in general. Then we're also always looking for new possibilities and improving our current operations, and we're always other steamers that want any help from us. So then to the chase. What we've done this year, we have the best practice documents led by Mark. Hi, Mark. Mark has created many new BPDs with his team, updating and improving old ones. Created a really nice looking BPD page on the portal. Made some BPD packages together with the members committee that we're distributing to new local groups. And of course the BPD of the month that we now have a voting on, so everybody can get involved in that. Some BPD of the days coming up, so I think starting tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. They're really nice and fun. Feedback system led by Olive, Aachen, Karlsruhe, no, not Darmstadt, Gothenburg, Oulu, Bosch. Yeah, he's leading the feedback system. The aim there is to get 100% coverage. That means every event is covered with feedback. We've been tracking the event quality with members committee as well. See which local groups are dealing how well with which event and what their strong and weak points are, so we can improve the events. We also have the event of the season concept, where we take the best event, for example, of the summer. That was Lainez Riga. It was the best event in terms of feedback quality, so congrats. And also improved event of the year. You'll hear more about that on Sunday. We're developing a new feedback tool with the help of the IT committee. Again, we don't know anything about IT. Alp, thank you very much for your support so far. And yeah, we're always spreading feedback love, because improving our current operations is #1 thing for the KMC. And in general, this year has been very busy for us. We have been working on academic knowledge with the Academic Days, Europe 3D. The academic knowledge from events, give it to steamers that can't attend the events. We have knowledge management groups, so all local groups can also have their own BPDs, their own feedback, and so on. We've created the local group survey and database, so all the local responsibles here, you received a really large local group requirement email with 3 surveys. Yeah, that was me. Sorry about that. And yeah, we're always collaborating and helping other people in ESTIEM, so the board, other committees, projects, initiatives, ESTIEMers, and local groups and regions. Yeah, so I want to tag my theme for this year. We've had a lot of us. It's been really great with you guys, and you're the ones that have been doing the work. I've been just the guy here giving 4-minute presentations every council meeting, so thanks to you guys, not me. Yeah. So yeah, my time is soon up, so we're looking for a new knowledge management committee leader. So if you're interested, get in touch with me. We also have the new feedback system leader, will be opened up soon, along with more feedback responsibles if you're interested in analytics and quality. BPD task group, if you want to create documents. And if you're just interested in general, you can also join our team. If you want to know more, we have 3 working groups. One for feedback, one for operations in the KMC, and one for best practice documents, so please join. Yeah, why KMC? We have unique spirit, we're hardworking, we have really great working environment, and we're full of awesome people. And we also like to sing.
Management committee to be a school, become a KMC.
Thank you, Teemu. We have Luis and the members committee.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Luis, and I've been the members committee leader during 2014. I will give you my last report. So the members committee consists of 4 very big areas, and I will now tell you what we've been doing in each of them. So the first area is the regional coordinators, and the main task of the regional coordinator is to communicate with the local groups, organize the regional meetings, promote cooperation in the region, and also write some nice reports and fill out this big sheet so we can track the development of local groups. So what we get through the regional coordinators is a detailed insight to all the local groups, and we can increase the cooperation in the regions and also support local groups. And what we've also been doing is improving the selection system, and we've tried to implement a mentoring system within the regions and also increase the visibility of the regions. So these are the 8 lovely regional coordinators here, and 7 of them are here. So guys, please stand up. Yeah, you will see all of them later on. And they've been really amazing, so thank you guys for this year. And they will tell you more about what they've done tomorrow. So the next area is the membership process, which is led by Tanya, way in the back. And what she's been doing is try to help guests and observer groups in their process of becoming a full member. And we have together with the FLC created our proposals, which you will hear about tomorrow. And I will also tell you more tomorrow how we accept guest groups. And at this council meeting, we have 1 membership local group Krani and 2 observership applications from local group Baku and local group Catania. So good luck, guys. The next area is the human resources task group, which is led by Katarina, who unfortunately is not here. What the human resources task group does is to recruit members to Central ESTIEM and also try to support local recruitment. One of the areas we work in group local members engagement, which is led by Maria from local group Belgrade, who also unfortunately couldn't make it. And we're also doing Get Active chat, so we had one before this council meeting, so thank you to those who joined it. And we also send monthly open positions newsletters, and we update this lovely page here. We've made a strategic plan for the task groups, and we're also trying to get some videos together. The last area is the approaching area, which is led by Stefan, also in the back. Somehow all my people are in the back. And is to fill this nice map with orange dots, which represent the local groups. And since council meeting Istanbul Boğaziçi, we have 3 new local groups. One of them is Tallinn, who we finally got back after they were excluded last year. We also have a new local group in Serbia, which is Niš. And we also have very recently, we got a new local group in Portugal, which is Minho. And present here today, we have Tavi from Tallinn, so we're great to have you here. And also have Tamara and Diletta from Catania, which local group have not been present for a while, so thank you so much for being here. And tomorrow I will give you a more detailed approaching update together with Stefan. So we had a really awesome coordination meeting where we worked on the strategic plan for the human resources task of the committee, regional distribution, internal regulations, and growth stuff, a lot of things. And we also had really nice evening activities. And we've also been working on the regional distribution, and although we made some drafts, we could not come up with a very good solution, so we won't make any changes in the distribution this year. And we also got a new PR responsible, which is Guilherme from local group Lisbon. And we made a lot more nice posts, and we made a new t-shirt design, but unfortunately I didn't get mine, so I can't show it to you. But if you have it, or you will see it during the week. And unfortunately I had this problem that there was too many people to put on the slide, so everyone who's been active this year in the members committee, please stand up. I know there's some more people, there should be some more people. And then together with all of these, I would like to say a really big thank you for all your hard work this year. I really appreciate everything that you've done. I love you. And yeah, here you can see our working groups, and I just want to quickly point out that one guest, an observer member, this working group, it will be really beneficial for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Louise. Next up, we have the PRC and Marios.
Hello. Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Marios. I'm from local group Xanthi, and I'm currently the Public Relations Committee leader in ESTIEM. In the next few minutes, I would like to introduce you to the Public Relations Committee and to explain some of our accomplishments that happened since Istanbul Bojic, the council meeting in Istanbul Bojic. First of all, what is the Public Relations Committee? We are basically responsible for the image of ESTIEM inside and outside of the organization. We are promoting ESTIEM. How do we do that? We promote ESTIEM's values to external and internal stakeholders.
Try to have the microphone a bit more closer. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We use various promotional tools such as PR materials, channels, gadgets, and brochures, presentations. The Public Relations Committee consists of two teams. The design team, responsible for the consistency of ESTIEM's corporate, and which is promoting ESTIEM with PR material. A few examples are these posters that will be distributed to you in this council meeting. We basically worked this year on 12 posters. 9 of them are going to be distributed in this council meeting. We worked on 3 brochures, worked on 15 t-shirts and countless flyers, stickers, roll-ups, etc. The second team is the online PR team. The online PR team is responsible for the online PR strategy of ESTIEM. It's also responsible for maintaining the image of ESTIEM via social media channels. Our biggest achievements have been around 3 social media channels. Twitter, which is just starting now in ESTIEM. We are just Twitter now, and we're increasing the engagement in Twitter. During the PRCCom in Sevilla, we defined the LinkedIn strategy, but the biggest achievements are probably on Facebook. I hope you realized. We analyzed the statistics for a time period of 180 days for the council meeting of spring 2013 until the council meeting in autumn 2018, and you see some pretty numbers here. We improved both on our page and our posts. But we had other achievements as well. I recommend you to read the PR. We redesigned the ESTIEM's Wikipedia page. We created a LinkedIn BPD so that people know how to use LinkedIn. We had a very strong team project this year. We created a new presentation, PPT presentation for local responsibles, which will be published soon. We had an ST competition in Istanbul Bojici, which was really nice. And we improved our design workflow within the design team, which is very important. I would like to tell you that we have one working group and one training about InDesign in this council meeting. Introduced to the Adobe InDesign software. You will basically learn how to use the software and learn how to create post name tags. Segment on the third slot. And a working group about online PR. Here you will have the chance to develop ESTIEM's PR strategy. Now in the end, I really would like to thank these beautiful people because they made everything happen. Without them, the PRC wouldn't be here. And to finish, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some hire public relations officers. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Marius, and thanks for being the first. Actually, didn't exceed the time limit. Thanks a lot. The last committee is the training committee from Alina.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alina. I'm local group St. Petersburg and. First of all these people who joined me at lunch, can you please super fast? And all the other people, can you huge applause for everything they are doing in this team. Thank you. So first of all, I would like to tell you that training committee is doing everything with trainings, everything with people who deliver trainings, and like everything for you, for ESTIEM. So through this year of my leadership, I realized that the most important thing in the committee or wherever is the people. So my presentation is going to be about my people. And we're going to start with Tatiana. Tanichka is Trainers on Tour coordinator. And some of you know, or maybe you don't, but TC people thinks that everything is possible. That's why this year we had 6 TOTs, but together with Florian also, and we've been to Russia, Belarus, to Poland, and Izmir and Chaos didn't work, unfortunately, but we've also been to France. Second person in my team is Alas, and he is LR Forum coordinator of this year. And if you start singing any song, like any single song, he's going to continue at the lyrics, at something new. He knows all of them. And right now we're planning a new event, which is going to happen this year in May or March or something, and we're choosing the local group currently. The next person in my team is Anya. So what's interesting is that her dad loves calling me on Skype and then say, "Oh, sorry, I'm her dad, bye." So he's kind of my best friend, but together with TNT, which is going to happen in December in Belgrade, together with EPSA, and it's going to be an awesome event, trust me, and apply. The next person from the team is Lassie. So what's interesting about Lassie? Lassie truly believes that the best chef in the world is his dad. And TC people know that. And Lassie has been a regional benchmark forum idea launcher, and we won that Funduma one, so this year, or next year, we're going to launch this idea and try regions. The next person in my team is Maxi, and he is PR responsible in the team. So what's strange with Maxi? If the clown would ask him which ice cream would you choose, a banana one or a chocolate one, he would not take an ice cream because he doesn't trust a clown. But together with Maxi, he's not unfortunately here, but he has helped me to develop all the Facebook pages, covers we have, all the logos, all the stickers you're gonna get a STEAM fair, and so on. The next person is Floriano. Probably the tallest guy here or something. But together with Florian, we created a trainers practice camp concept, and we also won that Fundum Award, and we made it happen already. So the funny part about Floriana is that he basically loves that. And what's that, you wonder? That's Leberkässemmel or something. Yes. And we made it happen in Gdańsk during DisiCon when we had 17 participants. 2 unfortunately couldn't appear, but we have 15. We're living in one flat with one shower, and it was very fun. But what is more, we had amazing trainings. We had salsa training, we had beekeeping training, we had time management training, and so on. And it was awesome. And we also have Kerem, and he's here. And probably you don't know the thing that when Kerem was a tiny, tiny Kerem, he wanted to be a policeman. Look at him now, he's a steamer. So close. Oi. Also we have Sebastian, and he helped me to organize all these trainings we're gonna get today, and all these working groups, and also data analysis from last CM. And Sebastian is kind of a weird guy. Working with him is also weird because he is a bit retarded. Just look. So these are responsibles in the committee with whom I'm working pretty often, and we can have the whole week of chats. Other than these people, we have many more people. We have Sebastian from Paderborn, we have many Turkish guys, and Yikit, and many, many people. And to all of you, I want to thank you, because without you, it would not be a TC it is today. And we also had a TC quiz in the committee. It was very fun. And we had 12 questions, and we had 2 winners. One of those is Rade Pantelic. Can you come? I also promised you alcohol, but I don't drink and I don't recommend.
Oh, thank you.
The second winner is Lassie. Can you come? He knows which one. It was a very tough quiz. Some people got 0, some people got 2, but these people got 8 points. Congratulations. Yay! So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alina. And now I would invite all the committee leaders to the front. And we start with questions, but we really don't have that much. I really recommend that you just go talk to them privately if you have something that you don't have to discuss here. So let's start with CRC. Does anyone have questions to the CRC? Then next up we have the F. Anybody have questions to Tom? Okay, we will take this one question. Yeah, if you can, that would be nice. Then I can sit.
You say that you requested 11 budget events this year, and my question is just: do you plan to do this for every event in the future, or is it just going to be for some of them?
Yeah, our goal is to cover all events, but we started small to make sure the events we check are really checked well. So there will be more.
Okay, thank you. Oh yes, and I'm Jonathan from Regi Brussels. Sorry, I forgot.
Thank you for the question and the answer. Next, questions to Joris. Awesome. Then IT committee, Alp.
Hello.
Yeah, Pekka.
Question from live stream from Israel, local group Berlin. Who are we?
ITC. Who? ITC. Okay, listen, we should do it one more time, and this time I should get some more noise. Like the question is, who are we? And I should get ITC, and you should yell as much as you can. Please, one last time. Okay, maybe without microphone. ITC. ITC.
Okay, thank you. Then KMC, questions to Teemu? Nobody? Good. Then members committee, questions to Luis? Okay, we have two, but make them quick, please.
Andrzej, LG Warsaw. So, but short and about the same thing. What's the situation of LG Aklia? Because I've seen her that they wanted to quit, and did you help them to get active? And the second thing, how many local groups that we lost during the last year? Because I see that we are getting more and more, and it's really cool, but how many we've lost?
Okay, so first about Kickstil, the Alpine RC has been trying to work with them a lot. After the LR left, the situation got worse, so most likely towards the end of the year will not be a guest anymore. The amount of local groups leaving, yeah, probably some guest groups might leave until the end of the year. We will see if they're still motivated to stay in the network. But there's no exclusions or anything like that.
And the answer, and then we had this one on the back. Is it okay?
Hi everyone, my name is Anya from Belgrade. I have a question about members committees, about members, not only about local groups, even members are part of local groups. Question, have you been thinking how to motivate members? We have members and some ways to motivate them, some awards, because I don't see any output from that, and this kind of presentation, Get Active, is cool, but more things during other events during the year. Have you been thinking about this?
Well, when it comes to reward, there's the activity, the Esteemer of the Year, but it's not led by the members committee, it's led by, yeah, the board, more or less. And when it comes to other things, I mean, the members committee managed now to facilitate this presentation because we were approached to do it. Other than that, we're still working on developing the human resources task group because it's still quite new and we still want to doing it, so we're still working hard to improve this.
Thank you. And next up, we still have the PRC. Do you have questions to Marios? Awesome. And finally, training committee questions to Alina. One question over there.
Hi, Tia, LG Belgrade. I have a question about benchmark forum. What is the main idea and what is the difference between recoms if it is a regional concept?
Lassi, do you want to take it?
You got that. Okay. So the difference between RECOM and Regional Benchmark Forum is RECOM is focusing on the strategy of the region, whereas Benchmark Forum is all about trainings and knowledge sharing between the local groups. Does this answer your question? Of course, if someone else wants to ask about it, you can approach me anytime. I'm more than happy to explain the differences or questions you have about it.
Thank you, Lassi. And more big thank you to the committee leaders for the presentations and the answers to questions. Time to close another point. I'm closing point number 21, committee reports, and opening point number 22, project reports.
Okay, so now I have 1 minute to shortly introduce the concept of a project. So the difference between initiatives, committees, and projects is that, first of all, a project leader, the project needs to have a project leader which is voted upon in front of the council. And when this project leader is voted upon in front of the council, it needs to be elected for a certain time span. It can be 6 months, it can be 1 year, it depends. We also have projects that, with the project leaders have been elected for 2 years. And it needs aim. Also, we have, most of the project needs to be independent, but there's also the case where we have projects which are not financially independent. Also, currently we have 10 projects, and you can see all of them listed here. And now each project leader will do its own individual report.
Thank you, Sarana. And let's start with the academic days. And again, I remind you, all the project leaders, you have 4 minutes and the time is over there. I really hate to interrupt, but I will have to if you exceed your time.
Hello. Hello, dear esteemers. My name is Misha. I'm from local group Moscow and Lappeenranta. And I would like to present your report of Academic Days project. First of all, you may wonder what is on my head. This is an academic hat. It represents Academic Days project. I wanted to give it to Esine, my board responsible, but she's not here. So I will give it to Victor. He was a project leader of Academic Days in Eindhoven. He deserves to have it on his head during my report. So let's start. Yeah, thank you. What Academic Days project? This is not trivial, that's why I'm explaining it to you. So in our network we have 75 European universities, and this is quite a big resource. And we were thinking, what kind of opportunity can we get from having so many universities? Is that every university has his own competences, and the unique set of competences of each university is super unique. So we created Academic Days with the goal is, and the goal of Academic Days is to share best European universities knowledge with the network. So how we do it? Our concept holds on mentorship, which means that every Academic Days event has a mentor who supports the academic content of the event and creates it professionally and coherent so that it is not related to each other, but everything goes very well. So the other thing is that we combine theory and practice so that you are not just having bare theory, but you have interesting stuff, so you see how it's related to our real life. And then reflection session is a process to enhance understanding of learning. It is quite an innovative approach, and it is quite wise and deep thing. We organize events. We will have 3 events during upcoming year. All our events are 1 week long, 5 learning days. All of them are on the specific topic, because it is only 1 week, so if topic is not specific, you don't get anything. So basically, what is super important in the project is that we reach group cohesion during our events, because group feeling is very important when you try to learn something with people, and you are learning not only from lecturers, but from people who you are doing it together with. So let's move on. So what happened in AD during last half a year? We had our coordination meeting in Istanbul, Ildis, which happened right after the council meeting, after I get elected. We had handover there, sorry. Okay, so we decided organizers of Academic Days, and we specified the concept, because project is rather new and it's kind of complicated, so you need to specify it, you need to challenge it, and how it should work in the best possible way. So, apart from May, about a week after our coordination meeting, happened in Eindhoven, Business Intelligent Logistics Days. It was super successful event. The quality was perhaps the highest of academic events ever. We cannot know yet because we didn't get feedback from our last event. So, and we got rewarded. We got rewarded by Event of the Season reward, which was introduced by KMC, and we're very glad to get the first reward ever. So, another thing, another Academic Days event happened in Porto in October. Thank you, local group Porto. I was there, it was a great pleasure, and I have to say that for me personally, I learned like than I learned during the whole semester of studying. Okay, our upcoming events, Paderborn and Bremen, April and June, you will see them on a portal. We, by the way, applied for a grant with Academic Days Paderborn. So our achievements, yeah, well, I can tell. Sorry. So 3 events. First experience of organizing webinar throughout the ocean. Then we had first video outcomes, where in the final stage of defining key message for Academic Days, we have wonderful poster, you will get it in your local group packages. We have 2 working groups, if you are interested you can approach me and ask. So here is our team. I really appreciate their effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mikael. Thanks for the presentation, and now we have time for questions, so we will take questions. Presentation. So, any questions? Anybody interesting to see the slide that he had to skip because he didn't have time?
Was it so boring that you don't even ask anything?
If there really are no questions, I'm happy because then we save the time, but it would be nice if asked if you have something. Okay, thank you, Michael. Let's move on to Business Booster and Felix.
So, hello, my name is Felix, I'm the Business Booster project leader, and I will quickly present what we did in the last month, and first I will introduce what Business Booster is about, because it's a bit complicated. Okay, so the agenda, quickly. First, what is Business Booster about? Then, what happened? I will have to skip some things, but I hope it will be clear. So, what is Business Booster? Our project key message is defined like this. Business Booster starts entrepreneurship among IEM students by providing and skills to start to launch up. We have 4 kinds of events right now. The Business Booster alumni get-together, which is a really great opportunity for STEAMers, for students to meet alumni, to learn from their experience, and also to get inspired to start up our own business. Then we have the summer entrepreneurship training. It's a 3 weeks long training during summer, providing all the needed knowledge and skills to students to start up their business. Business Booster, the competition. I will come back to these 2 points later on. We have something new now. It's the business joint events with Vision. It's basically half Vision, half Business Booster, so a Vision with entrepreneurial trainings and lectures also. So, update. What happened during the last 6 months? These 4 things I will elaborate on, and these 3 things I cannot talk about, but because of the lacking time. So, just quickly, we had a successful coordination meeting in Eindhoven. We appointed 2 new leaders for the competition and for SET. For the competition, it's Laura from Madrid and Tolga from Paderborn. If you want, you can stand up or show your. Yeah, they're both in the corner there. Cool. So, SET 2014, it's the longest team, and actually I think one of the most complicated because it happens in 3 locations. It was happening during the summer. And all the 14 participants you see here, there are also 3 organizers on the picture, but the people with that participants, they traveled through 3 different locations together. So, Budapest, Lappeenranta, once through whole Europe, and they got trainings on entrepreneurship, workshops, lectures, experience exchange, mentoring, everything to start up their own business. And in smaller groups, they worked on 4 ideas, and actually they worked out 4 business plans, and 2 of the team continued actually afterwards, so they are really starting up their business, which is really awesome. So quickly, the first coaching program aim is to guide founders. It's a coaching program of 1 year. It's the outcome of a really strong cooperation with ESTIEM Alumni Network, and it resulted out of the ESTIEM mentoring program, which I hope you all know after the presentation before. So the result is one team of SET got a mentor. Actually, Yannick is sitting over there. He's one of the founders. We have now a coach to get successfully started up. So Advanced Business Booster, the competition concept, just really quick. You start with you apply with a rough idea, then you get workshops online. In the second stage, if you get further, if you get accepted, you get mentoring, and then in the last stage, you compete against other teams, you present your business plan. So that's in a nutshell. New partner, this is really important. In Paderborn, we now have cooperation with the incubator of the university. It's its name. It's the central part of education for whole business boost. Space in the incubator in Paderborn, so we can work there with our whole team. In Paderborn, we have up to 7 people to work on our projects. Support and accreditation. So you have to know that in ESTIEM, we had twice the case of accreditation for events, and it was both times it was 2 credit points. Now we are talking about points. Yeah, and they consult us. So here's the team slide. Thank you very much, my whole team. Without you, of course. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Felix. And now questions to Felix. We have 3. Let's start from the back because the microphone is there.
Me? Oh shit. Laperanta, Felix, do you have a cock or you call it a rooster?
Joint Business Booster.
Thanks for the question. Joris?
Yes, Joris, Group Enschede. This term, the first set event actually took place. That is awesome, but it also means that a lot of sponsorship money and participation fees went through ESTIEM, and that means that according to the internal regulations, a report should be presented, but it is the end of your term. So at the next CM, there should be a presentation about that. You do that, or will your successor do that?
I'm up to do this, of course. I'm up to help a lot, but it depends on my successor. If she or he wants to do this, I would also be up to delegate this task. So I don't know. I would do it. Yeah.
Thank you. Did you also have? Yeah. There's one more question.
Hey, Alex from the local group Bucharest. My question is, could you tell me more, 2 ideas about the competition part of the project? Because from what you told us till now, it seems it's everything what you told us is all that is necessary for the business booster. So tell me a bit more about the competition part you said in the project.
Okay. This competition happened first in this year for the first time, but the project, the process of getting the final participants of the event figured out that big, and we didn't receive so high quality applications. Have different application process. So first you just apply with ideas, take it a stage further. Then you get trainings and workshops and online lectures for 1 month. And then after this 1 month, you can hand in more advanced application, detailed business plan. And then we choose again the best ones. And these best ones get 1 mentor for 2 to 3 months. And then the final event happens. And there you again meet, get feedback from the jury and improve your application or your business plan, and then you compete against others. Yeah?
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you, Felix. Thanks for the question. And next up we have Kata. and the Europe 3D. No, the brain trainer. Sorry.
So, hello everybody, I'm Kata Kish from Local Group Budapest, and I'm the Brain Trainer project leader. 3D is an awesome project, but thank you, Jaco, I'm from Brain Trainer. So, let's start it. What is Brain Trainer about? You can see these awesome percentages, the trainings, team spirit, experience. But you may ask me, what is Brain Trainer? What makes it special? Since it's a project, we organize events at really awesome locations every year. And during this event you can participate in, you receive trainings delivered by professional trainers, ESTIEM trainers, or trainers from other student organizations in the topic of leadership and business skills, how to be the perfect leader in the future. And since this sounds really awesome, I will tell you which is the next stop, where can you participate at a Brain Trainer event the next time. It's in Germany, and it's a really awesome and special event. It's not going to be happening at an ESTIEM local group. It's organized by VWI. We have a really awesome topic, leadership. And I can only recommend you to apply as fast as possible. The application till the last day of the CM or even after. So join us. And what's the next stop then? We will have Brain Trainer Skopje and Brain Trainer Imano. Awesome locations, awesome places. Watch the portal, watch the Facebook page and join us. But what happened in this year? Meeting in Como organized by LG Milan. We have Alp here from LG Milan. Thank you. Yeah, here is Alp. Basically at this coordination meeting we set our goal here. We talked about strategy, and then we also had another com like a few weeks ago organized by LG Graz. Thank you guys again. And we had a feedback for this, discussed what in the next year and what happened, what was really awesome. And the events. We had a really great event organized by. Can you girls please stand up? These were the awesome organizers. Any questions? If you have any questions how to organize a Brain Trainer event, they can help you a lot. And of course, don't forget the second one, which was organized by Brain Trainer, Local Group Groningen. Guys, can you please? It was also a really great event. Thank you for your job. Thank you for your efforts. What I want to emphasize a little bit, that this year we implemented the idea of having a topic at every event. The first in Krain, it was Brain for your future job, and in Groningen we had Team Dynamics. You can see our promotional videos in the coffee breaks. Like, it's worth it to stay here and watch them, because you will see how awesome a Brain Trainer is. And what did we do? What was the work? We created a company brochure. We updated the best practice documents. We supported all the events. We were like having non-stop chats and everything. Our aim was to organize a joint event, which will happen in December. The Ansbach event. Yeah, by the way, the VW guys representatives are also here. You can also approach them in connection with this event. We have a nice team now. We have like quite some team members here, and yeah, we set up also the events for the upcoming like first half year of 2015, which you can like attend. Skopje and Ilmenau, don't forget it. How can you be involved in the Brain Trainer? And Nina, can you girls please stand up? Hold a working group in slot 4. About how to celebrate the Brain Trainer's 5th anniversary, because next year is gonna be really special, and everybody for your cooperation. Like this year, I'm so happy that I worked with you guys. Some people missing from this slide, I would like to say special thanks to the PRC, Marios, Alina, the and also the IT committee, Alp. You helped us a really lot of times, and Rade, a really big thank you for you. Thank you very much for everything that you have done for me. And yeah, this was an awesome year. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kata. And then questions to Kata. Not about Europe 3D. That will come later. So about Brain Trainer. Okay.
There are no questions, sorry. Like I left out a very important person, Joris, who helped us to write the grants for every event we had this year, and unfortunately we didn't get it, but Joris invested a lot of efforts into writing the grants. So a big applause, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kata. And now it is indeed not time for Europe 3D because Malna is not there. But we will move to ESTIEM Magazine and Mafalda.
Okay, and this is like this. Okay. So, hello, ESTIEMers. I'm Mafalda Monteiro from Local Group Porto, and I'm the project leader of the ESTIEM Magazine. Yeah, right now the organizers are distributing some magazines. For those people that already have them, you can open them, you can smell them. Yeah. So, ESTIEMers, I proudly present you the 47th issue of the ESTIEM Magazine. What is about this project about? Yeah, the name. And most of you don't know, but it's one of the oldest projects of ESTIEM. The first issue was published back in 1991, and since then it has been developed. And right now it's our strongest tools in terms of communication and also promotion of ESTIEM. Yeah, right now this is the 47th issue, and it's published twice a year. We have 3,000 copies that are distributed, so delegates, you're going to take it. Sorry for that. And you get more information how to get it and when. What is special about the ESTIEM magazine is that in one magazine you can get points of view. So you have articles from students, you have articles from professors, professionals, and also from companies. And each issue has a IEM-related topic. For this issue, the focus topic is business analytics. If you're interested about this, you'll have the opportunity to read about it. And this issue, we have 72 pages, so a lot of work here. And we also try to have more IEM-related article or academic content. And we also have a new cover style. Have some, like, the size of the letter are also different. Yeah, and of course it wouldn't be possible without the collaboration within ESTIEM and also with external parties. We have to maintain the high quality of the events, of the content, the articles, the help of the professors, of also our experienced alumni. We also have strong collaboration with IIE, America, and Ireland, and also with non-governmental organizations like BEST. And also with Vision, this time we are also going to have 2 articles, and the next issue, the focus topic is going to be synchronized with Vision, so Vision, food from soil to shelf. And yeah, now we are going work in progress. Right now we're also developing a new idea, online edition, and what is that about? It's a completely new so right now version, and we are developing online version. There is going to be, we expect to have it around December, and basically we want to take advantage of the world. So everything can be interactive, you can link. For example, if you click on ESTIEM logo, you can go directly to the ESTIEM portal, or you can also authors going directly to their LinkedIn account, yeah, whatever you want. And you can also include more articles, include also teasers for the printed versions, and of course there is also a new financial opportunity for ESTIEM. We also sent out two surveys, and it was really interesting. We're going to have for all the local groups for them to it and how to distribute it. And yeah, other achievements. For the first time we were presented in PRCS school. We have a poster, all of you are going to have it, and we're going to have an awesome working group. Conchi and Schuler, we're going to deliver this third slot, so thank you so much. And yeah, about the team. Yeah, all of these people, these editors, online editors, proofreaders, also acquisition and whatever. Thank you so much. And really special thanks to Sarana that was always there for me. And yeah, that was my presentation. Thank you so much. To questions.
Thank you, Mafalda. Would anybody like to ask some questions about the ESTIEM magazine?
People that don't have the magazine, you'll get them later. Yeah.
Okay, then thank you again, Mafalda. And we move on to Student Guide and Doxy.
And I'm Evdoxia from Elzixanthi. Everybody calls me Doxy. And here, as you can see, we are in our autumn coordination meeting in Darmstadt. Thank you, people from Darmstadt, for organizing this great event for us. And let's move on. How it all started? No, it didn't start like this, actually. It started like this back in November in Aveiro. And together, what we're going to show you what Student Guide did. And I'm going to show you the update process. Together with the Knowledge Management Committee, we created the best practice document called How to Update Your Student Guide page. We sent it to responsibles. The rate was to 70%. And together with collaboration with the Information Technology Committee, we are going to redesign the pages and where you can see your update profiles from Student Guide. With the Erasmus experience. We already started the promotion to attract people to share more deeply their experience and after the design of the page, we are gonna upload it online. And first, we're gonna use the archive from the STEAM for the Explore Europe. And when the design is over, we're gonna upload the first article. On travel tips, the responsible was found back in May, and we're currently working and analyzing the database. Select people to add on a Facebook group where experienced steamers are gonna share their tips, and when material is gonna gather, we're gonna share them on a more interactive form. As Kike mentioned earlier, in the report, we had a collaboration with Language Program Initiative, and we created a toolkit with useful phrases with all the languages that we have inside the borders of STEAM. And you're going to see it on the new Student Guide pages in the respective country for every language. So this is something new. It was created back in CM in Council meeting in Istanbul, and we are really excited about it. Road tripping with Student Guide. It's going to be an event between road trip, basically a road trip between local groups, where the participants will not have any other information in their hand. They were not allowed to use anything else other than the Student Guide information. And it's going to be around 15 participants in more than 10 days event. Working together with CRC to create the company brochure, and an LR brochure and interface is going to after this council meeting. So if you want to know more about this exciting thing, you can join Irina back there at slot 4, there, you can see here, and learn more about it and help us. This is my awesome team. We are a small team, but I'm really happy for everyone that they've been there and helped me, and especially Rade, that was there all the way and helped me, and we have created all this stuff this year. And remember that money cannot buy happiness, but it can buy a penguin. Have you seen a person owning a penguin be sad? So if you have any questions, please approach me. Thank you.
Thank you, Doxy, and thanks a lot for staying to the time limit. Do we have Doxy? In case not, then...
Then I have something more to say. I have the special dedications. Today is a really important day for me, and I want to dedicate this speech and everything that I have done inside the STEAM and all of my studies. This man to you, but it's to me. This is my grandpa. He passed away 1 month away, and it's really important to dedicate everything that I have done so far to him. Thank you so much, Grandpa, and yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, Doxy. Okay. Next up, we will move to Summer Academy, and Linas, please.
So, 22 years ago, this is my slide. 22 years ago, one guy from Australia named Rick Nick came to Europe, and he came to the academy event, which was a cozy house, surrounded by nature, with 14 participants, an inspiring academic leader. After 2 weeks, he left. He left with tears in his and in his heart. And for 23 years, the process didn't change a lot until this year. So, what happened this summer? This summer, we didn't have a coordination meeting, but we did have in the autumn. And during this, coordination meeting, we basically established a new thing which never been in Summer Academy, is Summer Academy strategy, which focus points are PR, Summer Academy course events during other seasons, and alumni network. What else? During this Summer Academy, we had a special thing, which is video interviews. It was for quite some time that people was thinking like, we're so statistical in Summer Academy, so we just thought, okay, clear out this thing and just show that academic leaders are humans too. So we have 3 video interviews which are now in Vimeo. After 2 weeks, it will be in our portal, and check it out. What was done more was happened those 3 Summer Academy events. The one in Novi Sad, led by Larry Stapleton. The one in Helsinki Woods, led by Gregory H. Watson. And the third one in Lisbon, held by Dietrich. This is a year of, and during the change of this year, and the changes of our professors, challenges emerge. And even though we had 3 successful, we had one challenge we didn't expect now. One of academic leaders, Larry Stapleton, won't be leading a Summer Academy in upcoming summer. I'm not saying that he's leaving STEAM. He's just skipping one summer because of family issues. And he's already in motion and he's already has a replacing professor which he talks during this moment, and he's already looking in the future in his team because who's motivated to lead a summer academy course event in the future. So at this moment we working PD of just to improve the program this summer. We are scheduling already, and we already scheduled some events for the summer, and at this moment we'll have an alumni meeting in the end of this month in Paderborn. And anything cannot be done by one person, it's always done by, and it's my deepest appreciations to the team who made this summer awesome. Thank you guys. Nick Rick. If Nick Rick would be in this summer, he would say, even though the professors changed, the core thing didn't change. And Summer Academy nurtures personal values and helps you grow as an ethical leader. So, thank you. Yes?
Thank you, Linus. And we start with the questions. Yeah, let's start with Pekka.
Question stream from Natalia Matikovska. This year you had problems getting applicants for one of your events. What was the reason?
Okay, thank you for a very good question. We had a problem with a Novi Sad event, but we didn't have enough participants at the beginning. The thing was, if you looked and if you had attention to the slides, we tried. There was a STEAM availability, and during June, it's really crazy for students. We have exams. The problem is, we had scheduled this event like 10 months in advance, and for professors, it's really important to have these dates in advance. So we tried to reschedule it in January because we knew it would be a challenge to have this event during that month. We still went to this because we needed and we wanted this new inspiring academic leader, Larry, which already the streamers met and they know that he's an awesome guy. So it was investment that we put all of the resources we have, all the energy, just to bring this awesome guy toward. And I really would like to thank to and to Novi Sad local group, because actually it was really a mission and only Novi Sad could make it. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Linus. We have other questions? Yes, back there.
Thank you, Linus, for the nice presentation. My question is if there will be any other summer academies in other seasons.
Name and local group, please.
Krasimira Natva from local group Sofia. Sorry. Will that disturb the concept and change the name of the project, which is Summer Academy, so it's very related to the season for now?
Another, thank you. Detail. We have Summer Academy and we'll have Summer course. It's not Summer Academy, it's Summer Academy. The thing is, Summer Academy concept is with 8-10 people, with an academic leader for 1 week, which basically is advanced leadership. When the working in person with everyone and spending a lot of time to work with it. And it won't interrupt, and it won't interrupt our academy concept itself, because it will gonna stay. The main value said in the last slide, it will stay forever. But it's the way to develop ourselves, because our mission is to bring ethical leadership to Europe, and to do it not only in quality, we need a quantity too. So this is the approach we found to expand the Summer Academy project.
Thank you for the question and the answer. And now it's time to move on. So thank you once more, Linas. And we move on to vision, and we start with the last year's project, CRM from Esin.
Hello everyone once again. Now I'm going to update you on what has happened in the Vision CRM series from Council Meeting Istanbul Boğaziçi up until now. But the thing is that due to the low activeness of the project leader, not so much of a work was done. So this is the agenda. After the CM Istanbul Boğaziçi, we had the Vision event in Calabria. On the feedback that we got from the participants, it was such a great event, and people were really satisfied with the content and the quality of the event. We had around 25 participants present there. And shortly after the Vision event in Calabria, we had the Vision Final Conference in Skopje. And Vision Final Conference was supposed to do the wrap-up of the whole series at one single event. And unfortunately, we had only 13 participants out of 30 places. During the final conference, we had the company visits, lectures about CRM in general. Participants also got to see Macedonian culture and also had some fun. And since during the council meeting in Istanbul Boğaziçi, we elected a new project leader with a new topic, who is Marcia from Porto. Within a month, we had a project handover, and during the project handover, Merve basically shared all the certificate templates, Dropbox, SugarSync portal databases with her. Also the chat minutes from the CRM series, brochures and posters. Here is the budget of the CRM series. We basically used the money from the reserves from the last year as an income, and what we used was basically the posters and also some help. And we also spent some money on the Vision ties, and there was also support from the Vision Central team to the final conference organizers. So this is how the final version of the budget looks like. I also would like to thank you, all the people who were involved in the Vision CRM series, on behalf of Merve, all these very nice task group leaders, and our organizers. Thank you very much for your attention.
Any questions to Esin? So we have 4 questions. That's a record. Start from the back, from Orhun, on the right side of the back, and then the front too.
Orhun Çelik from ESTIEM Boğaziçi. Will there be any conclusive report published soon about the event series from events?
For the Vision CRM series, there will be none.
Could you repeat the question to the secretaries?
Will there be any report published soon?
Thank you. And then there was a question back, right. Who had their arm up?
Raise your hand.
Nope. Okay. Gone. Okay, then let's ask the questions from the front. We have here Tom and then Joris.
Tom, local group Eindhoven. Yeah, the amount of participants at the final conference was pretty low. Is there a reason for this? Is there any action for not having it at this CRM series?
In general, we had really less amount of participants for the series. I think it has two reasons. First of all, the promotion of the vision events wasn't really done well. And the second of all, apparently the topic of CRM wasn't attractive to the participants, to the ESTIEM. And also at the same time we had the EPIM meeting, EPIM meets ESTIEM meeting parallel to this vision final conference that also might have affected.
Group Enschede. I have a question for Maria and the financial controllers. Did anybody look at this budget and the books for this series? Since I get the feeling that there has not been any communication in the last half year and these slides suddenly appeared.
So, I can tell you that the slide with the budget is not correct, according to what I have in the books. They did not have any incomes for this vision series, and they had around 1,600 reserves, meaning retained earnings, and they spent 400 to support Vision Final Conference, and that's all about the budget. I mean, spendings.
Can we then add that in to the minutes and close it with that note, so that numbers are archived as minutes from this CM and close the shit?
I can easily provide minutes with the information.
Okay, please clarify this with afterwards. And if there's need to discuss this, discuss it with the persons involved. And thanks for the questions, and thanks Esin for presenting. And then this year's Vision Pros from Mazia.
Hello everyone, sorry. My name is Marcia Monteiro from Local Group Porto, project leader of the Vision Project. So, before I start my report, I want you to raise your hands if you know exactly what the Vision Project is. Okay, that's good, but I still see some hands missing. So, the Vision Project is a series of seminars that educate students in an out-of-the-box IM topic. And this year's topic is food from soil to shelf. And we will have 11 events spread across Europe with subtopics related to food from soil to shelf. So the big question is, what have we done so far? So I'm going to present you our updates in 3 different ways. The first one, some interesting facts about the past 6 months, with some kind of timeline. And then the third one, going back to my goals, when I applied in council meeting Istanbul, see what we have achieved. So starting with the interesting facts. We have spent 1,219 minutes in 17 chats the past 6 months, which is the equivalent to 13.5 football games. 2 coordination meetings and 1 event, with an average of 10 cities and 7 countries in each. Starting with the timeline, in July we had a coordination meeting in Braunschweig. Thank you guys. And there we shaped the future of the Vision series. We also voted upon the organizers, and we had some cool ideas. One of those ideas was the AdVision system, which was mentioned by Esin before. And this system is some kind of mentoring program for events that collaborates with professors. Then in August we have created documents necessary for this, and then in September we sent the open call. We now have 1 professor for sure, and we are in contact. In September we have acquired 1 partner, which is Store Enso. This is a Finnish company specialized in food packaging. The contract is worth 2,500 euros, and they have 2 articles in the magazine, so you can check them out later. Also in September we had another coordination meeting, this time in Karlsruhe, and where we gathered and we worked on their events in aspects such as budgeting, scheduling, etc. And we also taught them how to use some documents that we them. Ask which documents are those, and so I can tell you that an event kit that aims to make the communication between the central team and the organizers more. So you have all those documents there present on the event kit so that the organizers don't need to ask that many questions to us. The budget, on your left side you have the incomes. So you may wonder why it's not 2,500 euros, because since we have articles on the magazine, a share of the money goes, as Maria already showed you. And we will also sell the vision glasses on this council meeting, so I don't know how much money we will make. And on the expenses side, yeah, that you've seen in the coffee break and other things that you can ask me later. So regarding the budget, we still have a profit of 700 euros without touching the reserves of 1,200 from the previous years. Starting then with the goals. Regarding the cooperation within ESTIEM, we now have 2 events scheduled this booster, one in Karlsruhe and the other one in Ankara Metu and Istanbul Yildiz. I hope you all apply for that. Regarding the ESTIEM magazine, we have 2 articles in this magazine. As I said, we will be the focus topic of the next one. Regarding Summer Academy, unfortunately, we were not successful approaching the professors, so we didn't want to rush things, so we decided to keep it this way for now. And regarding SERI, we are working closely with SERI and with our organizers to make our events more SERI. Regarding the team, on the PR team, we have achieved pretty much all our goals. Thank you, Konstantin and Smaranda, especially. Regarding the finance team, we did not apply for the grants as we wanted, but on the other hand, we got the central sponsor, so the general picture is very good. Regarding the knowledge team, we have set the basis for the upcoming months, so hopefully when the events start happening, everything will go fine. So if you like this amazing project and want to know more about it, you can approach us later at the ESTIEM Fair in our tables, and you can also attend these groups. One, how to be a vision art promoter, how to measure the academic outcomes of vision events, or you can also approach Smaranda, Konstantina, Duygu, or Nurdilar for that. So thank you all for being a part of this team and helping us achieve what have we achieved, and a special thanks to Esin for always being there for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And questions? Let's start from the middle to save some walking from the microphone guy.
Heidi from Lappeenranta, thank you. Great presentation. Ask how the topic for a vision series is chosen, like for a year. The topic of the.
How? Okay, but you mean every year or for each event?
Exactly.
Every year. Well, usually the project leader applies with an idea, so it's not really separate. Either you elect both or not at all. So I applied with this topic. It's a topic that I like very much, and so I was elected with it.
Thank you.
I'm Javi from Local Group Madrid. Regarding the results of the project, as far as I know, the projects are supposed to be independent. Where are you guys keeping this in the Steam account, or?
Maria has all the money.
To correct, they don't have to be financially independent, they have to be financially self-sustainable. So they have to be able to finance themselves. That's what the...
They're not financially independent, that's what I said.
Did I... Any more questions to Vision Project? Then thank you a lot.
Thank you.
And last but definitely not least, I saw a Mr. Jonas Frimmer enter the room, so I would like to ask him on the stage to present the ESTIEM book.
I made it in time. Let me present to you the ESTIEM book.
So, what it's about. In the ESTIEM book, we're trying to bring ESTIEM's history basically between two book covers. ESTIEM was founded in 1990, which means it's going to turn 25 next year. And we want to picture how it went from this small little idea, which students had in a bar late at night, to a huge, great organization, which goes all over Europe. That we want to include all the projects, committees, initiatives, LGs. You see, it's a huge, huge thing to do. So this is the timeline we started out with already 2 years ago. And we're now quite close to the end. In half a year, we want to be done. So let's take a look where we are. That was what I presented you half a year ago in Istanbul. How we developed the collection is quite promising. And a bit. But those two things that are yet missing, we're definitely going to get them very soon. So that's not a problem. It was a long, long process, a lot of emails, but I'm still very, very happy with the outcome. There are so many great stories in ESTIEM's history, and I'm definitely looking forward to see it all put together. So what's left to do for this half year? First of all, the design. We started it. I was thinking about giving you a sneak, but I decided not to. If you want to have a look, then you're more than welcome to join the team. You don't have to be a good designer, but you can also go into the design feedback team, so you just give feedback on what kind of, whether you like the designs or give improvement ideas. But if you're a good designer, even better. And working on is the printing solution, which is still in work, where we cannot give a proposal or answer yet. But we're having contacts and we're working with the first priority to minimize any risk of ESTIEM to have any financial inconveniences. So, first of all, thanks, last but not least, thanks to all the bookworms. And we are close to the finish line. We can see it, but we're not there yet. So I'm looking forward to the last half year of work, and I hope that we can get some fresh blood in it for the last meters. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Jonas. Jonas? Krasimira? Anybody else? Bart? Okay.
Krasimira, local group Sofia. I want to ask you, will there be any working group slot for the book?
Working group?
No?
No.
Oh, disappointing.
Oh. And Bart, and then we have one more from the front after that.
I have a question about finances. Personally, I like to see that this book becomes available for every local group for free. Let's say either one book or maybe 3. How is the progress? Do you have any ideas about how much the book will cost? And if there are going to be free samples for local groups?
There are different options. One option is leading to a place where sponsors do that. So there would be like a little advertisement in the book, which we originally set out to try to avoid, but the advantage would be to distribute them for free to local groups. With no advertisement would of course be a little more expensive for us. Then we would have to sit together with the current financial team and the upcoming financial team and find a solution.
What's your personal opinion about this?
Personally, I would of course very much like if the ESTIEM board would decide to dedicate some resources for this commemoration of ESTIEM's history, but that's not my place to make a decision, of course.
Well, you're a project, so I think you can also have a say about it. But okay, let's keep it open for discussion.
Thank you. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Jonas. Any? We can take one more, but in case there are none, then thank you, Jonas, once more. And finally, I would like to say or ask you to appreciate the work that this initiative, project and committee leaders have done throughout the year and the presentations that they gave. And I felt really sorry when I had to cut off some of them because I really appreciate what they have done. So let's give one more round of applause for all of these leaders. And we will still have 2 more leaders, which are Sergi for Times and Malna for Europe 3D, but not today because they're apparently not present. So what we will do now is not close point number 22, but we have to open point number 23, Miscellaneous, and that called for a dance. So in typical Finnish, not so flashy. We don't have the hips for salsa or something. So I will show you how the stereotypical Finnish guy dances in a club. And for Miscellaneous, Mr. Hummel, who will explain the ESTIEM Fair and from last working groups.
Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian Hummel and I will be talking about the data analysis that we did for the last council meeting, about the working groups and the training. And I will also explain a bit about the ESTIEM Fair. I am from local group Eindhoven. I started with the first event at Eindhoven Visits Gdańsk. It was in 2012. And I became active in Central ESTIEM in around half a year ago. The working group training coordination, this is a new position and it's all about making you have a nice training experience. What will happen, as some of you may not know, there will be 4 in which there will be trainings and working groups, and you have to choose to which one you want to go, and I will try to make clear to you as well why your attendance is so important. Yeah, it's a new position as I and it is to relieve the board, who is already very busy in the weeks before the council meeting, and this just takes some time. It is also very closely related to the training committee, because it also involves the coordination of all the trainings. I had, for the data analysis that we did, I had a team. The team was recruited by Alina Afansieva, the training committee leader, and the team consisted of Roman Dushkov from Moscow, Kerem Tsirpan from Bogazici, Tugay from Ankara Metu, also from Ankara Metu Celine, and Nicolina from Novi Sad. So why do we want to do a data analysis? There are a few reasons. It is supposed to provide a reason for you to represent your local group and in extension also your region, because especially for delegates it is true that you are here in your local group. So we also want to make people aware of the fact that we do know where they are. So if you decide to skip a working group, we do know about this. And new members should also be aware that they have responsibilities. Going to a council meeting, especially as a delegate, is a very cool thing. And you should also that you have responsibilities and you are supposed to help the network. So this should all result in improved participation at the working groups and the trainings. And then this will mean that trainings are all about personal development. So you will gain some skills, and this means that you can shape yourself and you are the future of ESTIEM, so this is very important. And for the working groups are about the development directly. So more participation in these working groups will result in input for discussions, and it will just create better working groups. Some other reasons for the data analysis, it's just statistics, could be like a cool thing. In the long run, we do this every time, and then you will see the improvements, hopefully, in the attendance. And also, it is fun to see the in the activeness of. You can see who is becoming better, who's becoming worse. So I will first explain a little bit about the ESTIEM Fair, which will happen pretty soon, later today. The ESTIEM Fair gives a station to every project or committee or initiative, or PCI, as we call it. So the PCIs get the chance to present themselves and make you interested in them. So yeah, they will all get a station. Training will have their own little station, and the working groups that don't belong to a project or a committee or an initiative will also get. So you're supposed to just walk around. It will happen here right outside, by the way. You will walk around the tables, you will walk around and talk to people, and you will find out what interests you, and it's just like an interactive thing, and you're supposed to have fun and just see what you like. Then you have to record your preferred choice groups and trainings. And in two ways. There will be laptops provided in the corners, and we will set up the form there, and it's just a very simple form. You just say your name, local group, and your choices. There will also be QR codes, so the ones who have a QR scanner, they can just scan it on their phone and fill it in like that. This could be a better option since the laptops may have a long line before them. So we get to the actual analysis. Meeting Budapest, 14 trainings, 43 working groups. It is required that the attendance at these trainings and working groups is taken, and 39 working groups. ESTIEM Fair forum, which is the forum I was talking about with the laptops and the QR codes, it was filled out 100 out of the 251 participants, 61.4% filled it in. For the delegates, oh, this is the graph. You can also see the orange part is how the externals filled in the ESTIEM Fair forum. For the delegates, the percentage was 86.4, so it's good that it's a lot higher actually. And you can see the graph a lot greener, so that's good. Then the delegates out the forum, they came from the following local groups. So what this means, for example, BAC 2, so 2 delegates didn't. And then one of them, the number between brackets, means how many slots were still attended without filling out the form. This can be found on the portal, by the way. There's a news item about the data analysis. Then the fact that it was signed up 175 times means that 700 slots were signed up for in total. Out of these, 518 were attended correctly, not attended, and 69 we don't know what every working group and training took the data. You can see it in the graph. For the delegates, we can do the same. And this is the graph for those. And then I want to zoom in on that a little bit. What we can do is we can look at it per slot. So for slot 1, slot 2, slots 3 and 4. What you see is that slot 4 has the highest amount of red, so the highest amount of non-participation. So apparently there's less incentive for people to go to slot 4. Other than that, another observation that is really important here is the blue part is the data that we miss. So this is just to stress to the trainers and to the working group leaders how important it is that you take this attendance, because it really compromises the analysis. The delegates that missed trainings that they signed up for, again the list between brackets means where they still went, so their mind after registering for something or they forgot what they registered for. And it is on the portal, as you know. So in total what we recorded is 639 counts of attendance, one of a representative by BEST, one VYI and one IE Ireland. Then we every local counts for the working groups and trainings that they attended, and also for what they gave as working group leaders and trainers. And number 1 is 29 attended, 13 given, so that's really impressive. Number 2, Ankara Metu and Madrid together. The 4th place is shared by 4 local groups, Eindhoven, Budapest, Skopje and Warsaw. You can also separate it per region. So in total you see that the Northwest region had exactly, which is the most. Go Northwest. And then another thing you can see is that the Nordics were the least good, and then not every region had the same amount of participants. So we can also do it as a percentage of the participants that they had, and then you get this one. So you can see that the Northeast region actually the most. I have to skip this because of the time. It's not the most interesting part. Implications of the data analysis. We know where you are. So if you want to skip a working group or training, know that we know, and this reflects on your local group and your region. So just know these consequences. The missing data is really important that we have all the data, because you see how good the data analysis could have been if we knew everything. Right now we can't say that much about some of the statistics. So this means leaders and the trainers, you should go grab a site in the office of the organizers. And you should make everyone fill this in. Very important that you in their ESTIEM mail spelling name. So, for example, know the E's and stuff like that. How it is in your ESTIEM email address. And then the working group leaders and trainers hand this document in. They will have to register it online and into me, and they know how it works, because I sent this email after the CM again with the explanation. Concluding. What we will do very soon is the ESTIEM. Don't forget to sign up. You can use the laptops. You can also use the QR codes. Try to use the QR codes if you can. It will reduce the lines at the laptops. And don't forget to work hard, but play even harder. Thank you.
Thank you, Sebastian. Now we have basically wrapped up everything for today. Do the organizers want to announce something about the schedule or the program for tonight, or shall I tell what I know? Yeah, then I will explain what I know. So we will have a coffee break now of half an hour. So 15 past we will start team fair, and then at 19, exactly at 19, so 7 p.m., the transportation to the Hungarian night will begin. So that's what I know. If the organizers want to make some more precise announcements, now would be the time. That's good? Okay. Awesome. Then please stay seated until I have closed the last agenda point. This one? Yeah. So, please stay seated. So I would like to ask Gothenburg to the front afterwards. So once we're done, here. And was there something else? Applicants meeting. And the applicants meeting will be. And where? Outside in the hall. Outside in the hall. Applicants meeting at 7. Anything else? Okay. So much for miscellaneous. So now it's time to close agenda point number 23, miscellaneous. And we're done for today.